What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist, part of One Mind Syndicate, and today we're back to talk about Warhammer 40k. In this one, we will be going over the new lore that's going to be beginning with 10th edition. 9th edition will soon be over with the final book for the Arcs of Omen, The Lion. And if you're unaware of what's been going on with the galaxy, basically a demigod has been created, and that is Vashtor the Archifane. He is a chaos demigod of technology and innovation, and he has partnered up with none other than Abaddon the Despoiler. Together, they are going to find these fragments of a key that will unlock a huge power that will give Vashtor an ascension to godhood while also giving Abaddon a weapon of mass destruction. So these two have now been allying other chaos forces and demons to their ranks so they can go ahead and traverse the galaxy to find these relics. With that being said, they have also gotten Angron amongst their midst, and Angron did a huge thing by destroying a whole sector of space and basically turning everybody to Khorne followers. So with that being said, we now move to Vashtor, who was assaulting the Rock, which is where we know the Dark Angels are, and the Lion is asleep, and he was thwarted in those plans, but then the Dark Angels have some craziness going on where they were assaulting the Imperial Palace because some of the Fallen were taken as captives, and Vashtor made it all the way to the throne room, and he was about to blow up the Golden Throne, but the Emperor told him to wait, and wait he did. With that being said, we are now going to the events of the final book, Book 5, The Lion, and we're going to see as to where and how and what the Lion will be doing with his newly awoken self into the throes of this galaxy at war. But as we can see here with the trailer for 10th edition, all of that kind of gets pushed aside, and we're now focusing on the Ultramarines fighting against the Tyranids. So let's take a look as to what exactly is going down.
War is throughout the entire galaxy, but one of the truths of Warhammer 40,000 is the worst is yet to come. At the end of the last edition of Warhammer 40,000, everybody is still engaged in their own particular war for species survival. The Lion has returned for the Dark Angels and the Unforgiven. He's off conducting his own particular crusades in Imperium Nihilus. Rabute Guilliman is leading the Indomitus Crusade fleets, trying to keep the lights on and put the fires out across Imperium Sanctus, and Angron has established his murder curse and destroyed an entire Indomitus Crusade fleet, doing the will of Khorne the Blood God. But nobody is prepared for the emergence of an enormous Tyranid swarm in Segmentum Pacificus. When word reaches Terra that there is an enormous Tyranid presence that needs to be countered, it takes an awfully long time for the bureaucracy of the Imperium to get into motion. But there are a number of other, smaller, rapid response forces that can make the maneuvers into Segmentum Pacificus. And these are called Soul Blades, and these are typified by Space Marine strike forces, forces of Adeptus Custodes, taking an aggressive line of defense to prevent the Tyranids reaching Terra, where the Emperor sits, and the Lord Solar has also taken it upon himself to lead armies into Segmentum Pacificus. There's an entire line of thinking that this far and no further. The systems that border Segmentum Pacificus and Segmentum Solar become a huge battleground, with the forces of the Imperium resolute that the Tyranid menace can't progress any further towards the throne world and Terra itself. The Tyranids are deadlier and more numerous than ever. There are a whole slew of new organisms that the Imperium has never encountered before, potentially being held back by the hive mind specifically for this invasion. And with the existing invasions from the Eastern Fringe still going, and now this new emergent threat in Segmentum Pacificus, the galaxy is trapped between the jaws of the Leviathan.
So as you can see, it's clearly not looking the best for the Imperium here. Tyranids are besieging them, but they are working against that. We can confirm that Space Marines, Adeptus Custodes, Astra Militarum will all be sending in forces to stop the impending doom that is the Tyranid Hive Fleet, and hopefully we'll see more new storylines that have to deal with this, because I have a bad feeling that this will be a repeat of 9th edition. In 9th edition, we had the amazing new lore of the Silent King coming back to the galaxy. He has been outside of the known galaxy, outside of the Halo sector of space, where if you leave, chances are you're not coming back. But he did that. He left, he came back, and what happened with that storyline? absolutely nothing. Like, yes, we did get a new model for the Silent King. Yes, we got some new sculpts for the Necrons. But besides that, the rest of 9th edition, that's it. Like, they didn't get anything else. And it was just a box set with the Ultramarines, and that was it. So hopefully we don't see this with the Tyranids, where we get a slew of Tyranid lore in the beginning, some new models, and then that's it for the rest of the edition. Clearly this edition will be doing much more than just that, because it's changing the entire way we play Warhammer 40k to be more simple, more streamlined, faster, more accessible to people, and hopefully that means games will go quicker, because there's less rules, less books to hog around, and just overall a slimmer, sleeker 40k. And I like that. But they've been saying that edition after edition, and clearly we see them come out with new campaign books, new lore, new books to haul around, lore, or not lore, but rules in White Dwarfs, rules here, rules there, and overall, it's just too much, and hopefully that's not the case with this edition. So hopefully we'll see things go in a better direction, but fingers crossed here. But we can confirm that we're going to be seeing Dante do some stuff, Gilliman do some stuff, the Lion do some stuff. At the very end tail of the Arcs of Omen, or 9th edition, we will be seeing the Lion taking on none other than Demon Primarch Angron. So that's going to be a really awesome battle, really awesome lore that I will be covering here on the channel. Again, if you guys haven't seen any of the lore for the Arcs of Omen, I do have a playlist. I'll make a full compilation video once the final book drops and we get lore for that, which I believe will be dropping really soon, because I believe that book comes out for pre-order this weekend. So the lore is coming to a close here, 9th edition is coming to a close, and we'll finally be going into this brand new 10th edition of Warhammer 40k, which honestly has me excited. We played some 9th edition games, and there's just too much to remember. We're literally just reading out the codex to each other while we're playing the game, and that's not fun. We want to be moving minis, imagining the theater of war in our heads, instead of just trying to figure out, okay, so what does this rule do? What's the best stratagem I could do here? Wait, what was going on? So it's just, there's too much lore, too much stuff bogging us down to play the game. And with 10th edition being simple and simplified, I think that's going to be a great direction for us players. Again, lore will always be a mainstay in the channel, but I can't wait to play the game. So maybe some battle reports coming in. We'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, that's all I got for today, guys. Just wanted to give you kind of an update as to what's going on with the lore of 40k, what can we expect to see with the Tyranids, and hopefully they keep on their promises with keeping it simple, not a lot of rules and books and campaign stuff bogging us down, and hopefully it's not a repeat of what happened with the Necrons. So let me know your thoughts down below, guys. What are you looking forward to the most? And I'll see you in the next one. This has been the Sound Alchemist, part of One Mind Syndicate, and I'll catch you then. Peace.
Always used to put my freedom first in any situation.